Hey guys, in today's video we're going to talk about authentic. Now I'm pretty sure you guys heard about this before, and for those of you guys who do play the game and would like to play authentic difficulty but you're not sure what you're getting yourself into, or for those of you guys who are watching my videos and you see me talk about authentic difficulty most of the time, this video is actually here to shed some light on that, what it is. And here are 10 reasons why authentic difficulty is different in Sniper Elite 5. First of all, authentic difficulty in Sniper Elite 5 is just about the hardest difficulty in the game. Alright, when you play the game on authentic, it basically boosts every different element of the game, you know, the AI difficulty, sniping and whatever. They make it all authentic. Alright, so when you're playing the game, you actually it feels real. It feels like you are in the game and you're on a mission. Alright, so to start off at number one, the biggest reason why this difficulty is different is because you're not told what to do. Alright, playing on this difficulty means that you have spent a considerable amount of time on each level or map, and you know all of the objectives. Alright, you know all of the objectives and you know what to do because they won't tell you what to do. Alright, you have to, if you don't know what to do, you can either listen to your character or you go to different areas and collect intel to know what you're supposed to do. Alright, or you can look on your map, because even though they don't tell you what to do, like show you pointers and waypoints and whatever anymore, you still have your objectives when you open your minimap. Well, not your minimap, your map. Alright, because you don't have a minimap. Number two, there is no focus mechanic. Now in Sniper Elite 5 or the other Sniper Elites, I'm not sure, there's a mechanic called focus. It's on like very easy to very hard. Okay, and the focus mechanic allows you to listen and see through the walls where the enemies are. Alright, it basically like, it's like a sonar thing that Karl has, and he can detect enemies around him. Alright, on authentic difficulty that doesn't exist. They removed it. Alright, so you have to play off instinct. You have to listen with your own ears, or you have to like pay attention, or if you've been through the map before, you have to like study where different enemies are, their movements, what they're supposed to do or what they usually do, and try and ambush them at all times. Number three, you have no HUD or HUD. Alright, you have no heads up display. That means you won't see anything on your screen, only your character and your gun. Alright, you won't see your ammo, you won't see your health, you won't see a minimap. Alright, there's nothing there, and you have to like learn how to play without it. Alright, number four, and this is a mechanic that's only introduced in authentic difficulty. Alright, every time you reload your gun, I'm not sure what it's called, or I don't remember, but every time you reload your gun, if you have bullets left in the clip, alright, or magazine, you basically lose that. Alright, this is a very important mechanic. You have to, it comes down to resource management. Alright, because when you're playing, you get different ammo, and the other ammos are really hard to get as long as you're not using regular ammo. Alright, so you have armor piercing ammo, you have subsonic ammo, you have wooden ammo, and if you reload your gun, and these are very limited, you have an unlimited amount of regular ammo because you can just take those off enemies' bodies, but the other ammo are really hard to get. And if you reload your clip while you have this ammo in it, you're basically going just throwing away your ammo. Alright, so a good rule of thumb on authentic difficulty is when you're using special ammo, don't reload your gun. Number five, enemies do more damage and they are smarter. Now basically on lower difficulties, you can do a bunch of different things and get away with it. Alright, either if you enrage all of the enemies in the area and they start shooting at you, but you take less damage. Alright, or you can do things really close to them and they don't really know, or they will suspect you but then it goes away really quickly. Not on authentic difficulty. If they suspect you're in the area, they're going to be looking for you for a while. Alright, and that basically is a contributing factor to why some people take so long to beat a level, because they have to wait until an AI is not enraged anymore, or he's not searching for him or something, and it is a little annoying. So what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to try and play through the level without enraging the enemies, or are getting their attention. All right, even if they suspect you, you need to get rid of him, because he's just going to make things harder. And sometimes on authentic difficulty, once one enemy is aware of you in the area, he's going to basically alert his teammates beside him. All right, and they're all going to search for you, and that really gets annoying. So a good rule of thumb is do not enrage them, do not let them suspect you're in the area, and if you do, you need to get rid of them. All right. Number 6, your weapon has only one zoom. So when you're playing on authentic difficulty, if you choose a weapon with a 4x zoom, you only can zoom up to that 4 times. If it's a 6, it's only 6. If it's 10, it's 10, and the list goes on. All right. If you have a multi-zoom optics, you won't be able to go in and out, and the same applies to your binoculars. All right, so remember that on authentic difficulty, you only get one zoom on your optics. Number 7, enemies are relentless. Now for the previous two, number 5 and number 6, I talked about how smart the enemies are, and this is a part of that. All right, once you enrage them, and I'm not talking about just suspecting that you're in the area, where if you're playing a lower difficulty, you would make them yellow on your minimap, or you will see a yellow arrow above their heads, right? Enrage mean they turn red. All right, and once they see you one time, I was playing very hard, they saw me just one time, they called every soldier in the area to search for me. All right, you can see this is the clip that I had with that. All right, they were searching for me and they would not leave. They even changed their rotations just to find me, right? And imagine that on authentic difficulty. So a good rule of thumb is do not enrage enemies, because they are relentless. Number 8, understand the caliber of your weapon. Sniping is harder. Now, I believe above normal difficulty, the bullet is affected by bullet drop, and then above that on authentic, or very hard and authentic, I believe it's affected by bullet drop and wind. All right, you need to understand the weapon you are using. There are different snipers for different things. All right, different snipers perform at different ranges. Some snipers are quieter, some snipers are louder, and you need to understand the ranges they perform at. All right, you need to understand how to snipe, and before you understand how to snipe on authentic difficulty, you need to understand how to use the different snipers. All right, typically if you're shooting at an enemy below 100 meters, you should be fine with any sniper, right? There are close range snipers, far range snipers, and mid range snipers that are good in between. All right, I mean, this sounds like a joke now, but when you're actually playing, you get to understand, and there are different ammos that go at different ranges. All right, some ammo affect bullet drop differently, some weapon has better upgrades on them. So it is your job to play with different snipers and understand how they are used at different ranges. All right. Number 9, going loud is suicide. Now, I know that a lot of you guys like to go in guns blazing, and by all means you can do that. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just that it's going to be a lot harder to do that. All right, because like I said, the enemies are smarter, they do more damage, and trust me, not being able to tell where different enemies are in a location is really bad, right? Because not only that, when they are enraged, they alert all of the enemies in their area, they sound alarms, and it basically alerts everyone in the map or on the map, and then everyone starts to run at your location. It might be a good technique to use to like get all of their attention in one area and then leave, because I know that on Spy Academy there is an area where you can actually blow up a truck to distract the enemies to go around them. But like I said, going loud, being John Rambo is dangerous. All right, it's going to make your playthrough a lot harder. When all the enemies in the area are in rage, it is really annoying and really hard to deal with, getting shot by everyone every time. I'm not even sure about how the heals or the healing consumables work on this game, all right, because I don't do it a lot because I mostly play stealth. Playing stealth is a lot easier and it's your best friend. All right, number 10, and this is one of the game changers on authentic difficulty. All right, you can't mark your enemies. All right, like I said, it simulates realism. All right, you can't do that in real life. So what you have to do is, when you're playing, you use your binoculars or your sniper scope. They mark enemies differently. If you mark them with your binoculars, it stays on forever. If you use your sniper scope, it stays for a while. But what happens is, when you use your binoculars, right, the marks don't come up at all. It only brings up the information on your enemy. It tells if they're in rage, and it tells you what state they're in. All right, but you won't be able to mark them. You just need to remember where they are, and that's kind of one of the hard parts. All right, so that's a big factor. Number 10, you can't mark your enemies. And then finally, for this is not really like a point or anything, but perfect play is the way to go. All right, perfect play is your best bet. So when you're playing on authentic difficulty, try and play perfectly. All right, because simple mistakes can cost you the entire game. If it doesn't cost you the entire game, it costs you time, and time is a very important factor. I'm pretty sure that most of you guys don't want to stay on the map for like an hour and a half, or 2 hours. It's best to just play perfectly and beat a map in like 30 minutes or 45 minutes, because they usually go for that time once you play the map correctly. All right, so that was 10 reasons why authentic difficulty is different in Sniper Elite 5. I do hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope I didn't miss anything. If I did, please leave us a comment. Let me know what we missed. If you enjoyed it, give us a thumbs up, subscribe for more, and do have a great day.